Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am the Motorcycle Rescuer, and this is, of course, the Motorcycle Rescuer. So yes, welcome back. Very pleased. Magic. Very pleased with the progress of this bike. I have ordered an airbox. I think it goes in the back there under the seat. I'm a bit. I don't know what you'd call it. It's not perfectionist because it's not perfection at all. Maybe originality. I prefer the originality. There's a reason the manufacturers designed it to run an airbox, and it's not just the air density and the rain and stuff. It's running best with an airbox, in my opinion. They always do. That's running fine. Honestly, I would sell that. I'm going to take it for its MOT like this on Tuesday, so I'm not overly worried. But in my head, I would feel better if it went out with an airbox. I think it'd be a touch more reliable. I think it's running probably a bit lean. It feels like it's running a touch lean at the moment. And even though it'll be a little bit slow, I'd prefer it to be running at its best. So yes, airbox ordered. New side panel arrived yesterday. It's not that one. That one's this one. It's that one over there, if you can see it. Ka-ching. So we've got the side panels on. And I've ordered this new rubber sticker eraser mover thing, which I've been talking to a couple of you about. I think it was Laguna, if I remember rightly. And you stick it on a drill, and it takes off residue from stickers. So I've done a good job on this one, to be fair. But here, it's this mudguard. This mudguard's driving me nuts. And I've used brake cleaner, fuel, everything on there. So it should technically just kind of erase all that so that we can get a smoother finish. There's kind of bits here that you can see. Can you see that there's bits there? And it should just take them off. There's definitely bits here. There, look, see all this? And I've cleaned it many times. I even put the compound on it. So that will be done. I don't like this. I know people are going to think it's silly, right? I'll keep it, but I just don't like extras on bikes when I'm selling them. It's just something more to go wrong. And I don't know if that's a thing of mine. I don't know what that is or where that comes from. But I always take the extras off. Heated grips I can't stand. I mean, if there's a working set of heating grips, obviously I'm not going to take them off. It's rare that they're working when they get to me. But all of these auxiliary stuff I do take off. I won't take the mirrors off. They're good. They're working. And that's kind of it, really. This exhaust, I know people are saying to clean out the old one and put on the old one. I kind of don't see the point, I have to be honest. What's the point me spending a couple of days trying to clean out an exhaust pipe? I don't know what's inside there, guys. It could be road tar, it could be anything. It could be little bits of oil. I don't see the point of spending so much time when this exhaust actually, in my opinion, suits the lines of the bike anyway. And does the job. Let's be honest, this bike's going to be advertised for £1,000, and will probably sell for £950-ish. So there's no point going too nuts. I do prefer the other exhaust in its look and sound, but it literally makes this bike look like the engine's blown. So I don't see why there's any point going near that. Let me just pull it out for you. I mean, it's not going to help because none of us can see in it. And it could be that today we put it on and we just heat it up and let it go and heat it up and let it go and blah blah blah. But again, I don't see the point. The end can at least has baffle in there, guys. It would have soaked up. It could have oil on that baffle. Although saying that, when we took the end can off, we still got the smoke from here. I just kind of don't see the point. This one, what I want to do is mock that one up on that bike, so it looks like a bike. I need to put the little gear lever on upside down. For me, this works. It sounds fine. It does its job, and so on. So I'm going to pull off this, and it's going to have the time of its life. The lexmoto is up for sale at $850. I think people really don't like the whole V62 chat. There's not really anything we can do about that, sadly. It's what I might do is, if I can get the V62 form, then I think it will sound better if I say, you know, we will be sending off for the logbook using the V62 form, rather than you would have to apply for a logbook yourself. So I'll get that done. I mean, at $750 to $850, my God, someone's getting a bargain over there. So it's well worth doing. If anyone was watching, guys, and you want a bike and you don't mind waiting for the logbook a few weeks, it's an absolute bargain. It's a stunning bike, and I have no doubt now that every gremlin is gone. Right, I want to get rid of that. I'm going to do that now. Side panels on. This repair did work, so it wasn't a repair, but we needed some thread lock on the bolt. Oh God, you can't see it here. On the inside of the bolt on the thread, so that we still had our pivot, but it wasn't coming undone. So that is a good fix there. And like I said, airbox will come through here at some point, go around and onto the carb. So we're let's see, we're looking alright. I am going to mock it up, put it together, clean any areas I haven't cleaned, so that we have got the baseline of a good working bike at this stage. So to a kind of not particularly basic degree, actually, this bike's done. Side panels on. Side panels on. Black plastics have been blacked, as in back to black. It just helps bring them up a touch, just adds a bit of shine. This little mod here, in the past, if I come to a bike and I'd completely forgot a lever and it didn't have a ball on it on a Saturday, I wouldn't go to MOT. My old place, Dalston Motorcycles, they've gone now. They weren't as forthcoming with tips and tricks. When I went to Maitland, and this happened, they said it needs to not be sharp, tape it up. And I was like, what? They said, yeah, make a ball. And I was like, what, if I put a ball on the end, it's no longer an issue? And he said, yeah. So they're much better for, you know, tips and tricks. They tell you kind of genuine things, and they're not, you know, they're not dangerous. Let's be honest, this shorty snapped lever isn't dangerous. It's just that if you hit into someone, it's a bit sharper. But I mean, if you hit into someone, there's plenty of sharp things going to hit them anyway on this bike, on any bike, isn't it? But yeah, so neaten it up a bit and it's good to go. Remember, we did the front brake clean, although ideally this bike would have pads all round, which I may order. Or I may check Maitland, see if they're on the shelf. Actually, that would be easier. But this is kind of it. This is it. It's neat. It just does its basic job. I did take that off. I think it just looks neater. It's just a cheap bike that works for someone. Tyres are great. They're fairly new. They're practically brand new, actually. And it's obviously been on the road. It's obviously been loved at some point, because it's done a nice mileage. We didn't change the top end in the end, did we? We just kind of repaired what was there. So it's not a new piston, it's not a new rings, although I've got new at home, which I could give away with the bike if needed. So there you go, that's this bit done, really. I'm not going to do any more test rides. You've not long ago seen one of them. I'm not going to mess with the old exhaust. I'm going to mock that up on there for when the insurance come and take it. And I'm pleased. I've got two bikes that I really quite like. I quite like the look of, and I think they've come out really well. I really thought that was scrap at some point. I thought I'd put all that time and effort into fuel tanks and this and that, and I thought it's over, it's scrap. So to have that ready, I think is brilliant, and I'm overwhelmed. Technically, I don't particularly have a project now for the rest of today, Sunday.
2,000 years later.
Okay everyone, this is it, the big shakedown ride, the MOT day. This is your last chance now to go over the bike and check that it's ready. What you don't want to do is take it and it not be. Remember what they're checking: suspensions, lights, brakes, horns, etc, etc, etc. So go over that before you leave. Give it a few minutes to warm up as well, especially on this occasion. It's a bit slow warming up on the cone, and then take it. That's kind of it really. This is your chance to test the bike thoroughly, because this is technically what you'll be handing over to someone at some point. So you really want to make sure you know what you're handing over. So MOT check's done. What's interesting is the choke is on now. If you followed the basic choke rules, you should be able to leave the choke on until it doesn't like the choke being on. So I could go over there now, take the choke off, and it would die a little bit on throttle because it's not warm enough. So yeah, choke on. This has been about 1.5 minutes. I'm going to go for about 3 minutes and then see if I could just jump on and go. I have no doubt that the original airbox, which is on its way, will completely resolve slow warming up, no doubt at all. But this bike does rev a bit better like this, although I do prefer originality. So the bike's in for MOT. It rode really well. It rode beautifully. It rode really well. Slight couple of concerns. The lever, just a tiny bit of play bugs me. But if you had bigger boots on, if you had bike boots on, it wouldn't be an issue. So I'm not sure I'm going to mess with that, especially for the price of this thing. Might be a slight fork leak on one of the forks. Again, I'm just going to cost it into the sale price. It's not anything I'm going to be doing, especially on these Chinese bikes, because getting the right seals seems like more hassle than it's worth. But it rode absolutely stunningly. The brakes are fine, but of course if they have a set of pads for the front, I will put them on. Someone did rightly say in the comments, you might as well put pads on so the next owner has some lifespan, and that really does make sense. I do agree with that. The left clutch lever is a bit short. Remember, it was snapped. Ideally I would have ordered and put on a new one, but this is the kind of issue between saving bikes and creating masterpieces, guys. This bike's going to go up for $850, no offers, and it's worth $850 all day long. The new owner can put on a new clutch lever, you know, it costs £7, and the new owner can adjust the footing and all of that. For me, it needs to be roadworthy, as in MOT'd, safe. I need to be happy to send it away, and then it's someone else's responsibility to do the other bits and pieces. This isn't a master build, this one. This is a saving bike. So let's see if it passes. This one, I mean, it will pass, it's fine, but let's see what happens when I get back later. It's a shame the airbox isn't here. It's probably not going to be here until tomorrow or Thursday. So we're back from MOT. The bike rode really well. There's no issues there. However, it did pass its MOT. However, it is still dripping oil. Look, you can see it. Now I think it's coming out the bottom gasket. It's kind of the nearest place. Everywhere else is dry. It does appear, look, you can see it running there. It's running down. It does appear to be that front gasket over there. Now I'm pretty sure I have a gasket set. I ordered one with a new piston and top end, not including cylinder though. So maybe I should try nipping this bolt down first. I thought I had, but maybe I'll nip that bolt down first. I think otherwise I may end up breaking the engine down one more time and putting on the new gaskets, because You don't want to send away a bike. They get home and there's a you know, an oil drip at the other end. I think you'll be gutted if you paid £8.50, even if you only paid £8.50 actually. I think you'll see that oil drip and I think you'll be bothered. And that's not fair really. So I'm waiting on the airbox anyway. I can't do it today because I've got a little project planned. You'll like it, I think, guys. But I think I'm going to be taking this engine down one more time. What I might start doing while I'm waiting is stripping the tank and stuff for now. Annoyingly, I just bloody filled up the tank. But yeah, let's see what we can do, because like I said, it has to be sealed.